Okay, 3 things you gotta know real quick. I'm the voice of Claude, this is my Black Eagles run, and today, we just finished saving Flame. We're about to go through a couple supports.
What are we looking at for supports here? Not too many.
I can't believe it. How can I show my face to Lady Edelgard after this?
If you rested like me, you wouldn't collapse from exhaustion.
As much as it pains me to say it, you're right. I don't know how to feel, to be honest. So for now, let's pretend I thanked you.
Oh, come now. Even I wouldn't abandon someone who collapsed.
You would have in a heartbeat if anyone else had been around.
Ah, yes. Quite accurate, Hubert. Why would I ever bother to be a decent person if there were anyone else I could foist the duty upon? If your situation turned bad, it would have been an absolute hassle. I could never just leave you there.
If that were the sort of man you truly were, we could never be friends.
But if we weren't friends, I probably would have just left you.
Oh, this is
Shame
adorable.
you're so reluctant to do any real work. You're actually pretty good at this. Made sure I was comfortable, checked carefully for injuries, even
Planted
carried
a
me here
kiss
yourself.
upon my mouth.
You'd be a tremendous asset to the Empire.
There you go again. I see no problem with staying just the way I am. But think of it this way. In an anthill, 20% of the ants are asleep at any given time. And it's not because they're lazy. Far from it.
It's because they're
When
ants.
the working ants become tired, they go to sleep and the others wake up. That's me. I'm the ant who rests so I can work later when other people are tired.
Consider me unconvinced.
I'll consider you a bother and leave it at that. You and Edelgard work far too hard. I mean it. Take a break now and then.
Yeah, chill
If
out,
you
dude.
both get some rest, Hubert. Not as much as me, of course.
Fine.
That was level B. Yay.
Bernadetta.
Do.
Lady Edelgard, what can I do for you? I appreciate all the effort you're making to overcome your fear of me. Your dedication is commendable. However, I'm just getting in your way, aren't I? The problem you keep running into is that you don't listen to what people are really saying. That's why your efforts are in vain. You need to listen instead of jumping to your own conclusion. Are you listening to me?
No, she fainted standing up.
Yes. Then why aren't you responding? I wanted to listen until you were finished. Sorry, were you finished then? I was. Then may I please scream now? By all means. But please try to make it a fairly quiet one.
I can't wait.
Just a tiny one.
I can't wait to hear this. Give me the scream.
Wait, what was I upset about again? That's weird. I forgot why I was about to scream, and now I don't even need to. What a nice feeling. You're trying your best. I know that. But even so...
I was hoping for like a super quiet scream.
What? I'll go to my room and never bother you again. Wait, you didn't let me finish. I was only going to say that...
That wasn't very quiet. I sit yeah. And Linhardt. Oh, is this gonna piss me off as much as the last one did?
Cynthia. I've been looking for you. I have a hypothesis about
I
your
hate it
crest.
already.
I know you're the one who sent me that anonymous letter. There are things we must discuss. It sounded like some bizarre love letter.
What? No, of course not. However, I wonder what you would have done if it was.
Now I'm just confused and grossed out.
I'm sorry, but that is not the overall
love
topic of discussion.
I love it.
Do pay attention.
Pay attention to you? As though anything you say is worth listening to.
Yeah.
I've dug through all my books, and there's no record of anyone being born with 2 crests. You are, to be blunt, an impossible occurrence.
A freak of
For you to have
nature.
a second
Really, like,
crest,
just dig it
must
in
have
there.
been forcibly implanted after birth. To further the theory, if the power exists to implant a crest, then it must be possible to remove one, too.
I could have one removed?
Okay.
That's what Hanneman
Okay.
is working on understanding. I'm helping him with it. I don't think I'd give up having 2 crests if I were you.
You would if it was gonna kill you.
Is that so? Even if you'd gone through horrifying experiments, endless trauma, and if you knew that all this pain meant you'd die very, very young, that's what you'd think?
For the good of science, of
You're
course.
completely lacking in empathy. So of course you would make such a crass and foolish assumption.
Damn. 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 Damn.
Bernadetta, if you have a moment, I would like to discuss what happened.
Please don't pick her up and carry her anywhere.
My nemesis! The hour of fate arrives. Help!
arrogant. Did
You
such a
need
good
not even
job
open the
with this
door.
friggin' character.
Just listen to me. I would like to apologize for sticking my nose into your business the way I did. But I've had time to reflect on what you said. And I realize I was mistaken.
I was being a turd.
Thanks for caring, but I'm fine, actually.
I should not have pushed you to do something that you did not wish to do. That was unbecoming conduct for a noble.
Maybe a little bit.
Frankly, I am embarrassed by my behavior. I disgraced myself.
Way to go, buddy.
As for my injury, you need not feel guilty or afraid. The sprain was a result of my own thoughtlessness, not anything you did.
Ferdinand?
Yes, Bernadetta?
Marry me.
Don't really know much about this sort of thing. But you shouldn't say things like that about yourself. I hurt you. And I'm sorry.
Really, it is fine. It
You're
healed
bowing at a
quickly.
wall, Bernie.
And it wasn't for nothing either. I do like my time alone, but you're right. I also need to venture out every once in a while.
Yes, keep working at it. You are already much more outgoing than you used to be.
When I mess up, or even when it's just a bad day, it's hard for me to step outside. I'm too scared. But the next day, I try again, because I know that one mistake doesn't ruin everything. I don't know how to put it, but that's how it is. So, the end.
What a graceful end to the conversation.
Hey! Come on, that was serious! At least I got you to laugh.
Oh, this is such a cute round of supports. This is all so cute. Okay.
Hello, Bern. Oh no, what did I do this time? Did I offend you? Is this your
She
revenge?
blue lines erupt around
No,
her.
not at all. I just want to talk.
If you promise not to resort to violence, I'll do whatever you want.
She's not that
Bern,
violent.
I've just been worried about you, that's all. When I said I was your friend, you ran away, saying something about your father. Remember?
Vaguely?
I know you've lived through some bad times. If you could tell me about it, maybe I could help?
Oh, I don't know.
Please. Your father's not here now. Whatever it is, you're safe to tell me.
All right, my parents told me never to befriend a commoner. They said commoners are scum, and that they'd crush any that tried to come near me.
Hang
Your
on.
parents.
Scum? They called me... commoners. They called us scum?
Yeah, but once, a long time ago, I did secretly make friends with one. A boy. When my father found out about him, he disappeared the very next day. I heard he was found beaten half to death. I never saw him again since then. I've been terrified of making friends with anyone. Commoners
Wait, that's actually
especially.
Yuri?
I never knew that kind of thing really happened. You hear stories, sure, but...
I didn't know that.
Oh, Bern, I'm so sorry. I'm proud to be your commoner friend.
Dorothea!
Hey now, relax. There's nothing to bawl about. If your dad tried to beat me up, I'd return the favor and then some.
Yeah, I drop a meteor on his head.
Return the favor?
When I was in the opera, you better believe I had run-ins with the most wicked, terrible men. I survived kidnappings, attempted murders, all kinds of stuff. But you know what? I broke those guys' arms. Snap! It was a thank you for all the trouble they went through trying to hurt me.
You're incredible, Dorothea.
Yeah, she's a badass.
So, now that you know I can defend myself, can we be friends, Bern?
All right, yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, Dorothea again.
I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I find you a little difficult to be around.
Boy, if I had a dime for every time I heard that.
I'm your student and you're just trying to watch out for me. By the way you look at me sometimes, it's like you're seeing right through me.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I know you don't mean anything bad by it, I'm just self-conscious, I guess. The thing is, I don't have anything to call my own. No land, no birthright, no fortune. Little
Just this
knowledge or
incredible
battle skill.
voice.
I think that's why I always clung to my popularity as a diva. Even after leaving the stage behind, I sort of kept up the act. When I look at you, it's like your eyes are accusing me, telling me that you see right through it. That's what I mean when I say it's difficult being around you. Hey, this might be nuts, but maybe you could show me some kind of weakness of yours?
Water magic. I have no weaknesses.
Oh, come on, Professor. Everyone has some kind of weakness. You know mine. If I know one of yours, maybe I'll feel less, I don't know, vulnerable.
Well, if it would really help.
Excellent. Well then, don't mind me. I bet I know your weakness. It's not mental, is it? It's physical. You're ticklish. Here, I'll prove it. That's right. The next time you gaze into my soul, I know just how I'll retaliate.
Tickle fight!
Professor, what's with you? Why aren't you reacting to anything I'm doing?
I'm not ticklish.
Come on. I thought that was funny. I swear, it's like your heart isn't even beating.
Funny you should say that.
Don't be so silly. Huh? It really isn't beating?
Nope. Zombie.
Is what I'd say if I were more gullible. You're just fooling around, Professor. I'm not sure how you did it, but that was a good one.
I don't have a heart. I don't have a heart.
Caspar, I have been waiting.
Ferdinand. Waiting for what?
I am going to give you a lesson on the righteous path of the
Oh,
noble.
goody.
Righteous path. What? You have a problem with my path now? You think you're more righteous than me?
That remains to be seen. I heard you stopped a robbery in town the other day.
By murdering
Some
someone.
despicable thief who was robbing an elderly shopkeeper. Rumor has it you didn't wreak as much havoc as usual.
Hey now, I think you're underestimating me here.
Why don't you put on Ezio's armor back
When the
there
thief showed up,
and
the
go
old
stab someone in the
shopkeeper
eye?
was so scared that he could barely stand. I didn't want the guy to pass out, so I had to stay calm while handling the situation.
How, magnanimous of you.
I got my money back and gave that thief a good beating. He won't be back here anytime soon.
So you walloped the scoundrel. That does sound like you. I am finding this story more plausible. Nevertheless, I think...
Hold on. Now it's your turn. I heard a very interesting story about you recently. The way I heard it, you punched a foreign soldier right in the middle of town.
Stop. I know what you are getting at. But you have the wrong idea. I had been browsing for weapons at a rundown stall. Suddenly, a man seized the stall's owner and started dragging him away. Someone with a less generous spirit might say the peddler had it coming. His wares were quite inferior after all.
Okay,
But
classist
without a
much for
moment's
men? Jeez.
hesitation, I leapt to his aid and soundly defeated the goon.
Well done. Sounds exciting.
It was nothing, really. Anyway, the old shopkeeper let me in on the details. He said that he was a novice trader, tricked by a noble into selling low-quality goods. That ruse was about to come to light, so the noble had sent a mercenary to keep the shopkeeper silent.
I just heard you snapped and attacked some noble servant. I figured it was worth asking about.
Well, I won't deny it. I forgot my rank for a moment and let my instincts take over.
Is there something wrong with that?
Ferdinand,
Sounds a
living
little like something I would
on the
do.
edge,
And your,
punching random
gentle
people in
approach to
markets.
handling that robbery. That sounds like something I might do. You were not overcome by your impulses. You kept a cool head, for the most part.
I think we're starting to rub off on each other.
Partners in justice, eh? Well now, that I can agree to.
Adorable.
Caspar, that equipment is new. It is suiting. It suits you.
Oh, right.
Like Caspar,
You get more strength
Sort
each
of
day.
sort
I
of
do
kind
not
of
want to be falling behind.
I'm impressed with how much
murdered
stronger
her
you've
parents.
gotten too.
What was the thing?
More than I have. How can you act so casual around me? My father killed your father. You shouldn't be able to stand the sight of me.
We can't have
You
the
actually
whole
hate
"my
me,
dad
right?
could beat up your dad"
That's fine.
argument because
I
it's
can take
super
it.
awkward
I
now.
completely understand. Just be honest. Give it to me straight. If our roles were reversed, I don't think I'd be able to forgive you. I don't understand how you could just...
You are not the one who did the killing, Caspar. Our parents had conflict, but we are not them. I have no worry about it. You should not either.
I don't need to worry? Impossible. I don't think I'll ever be...
You must. If not, the conflict will keep carrying on. If children cannot forgive, it will not ever have an ending. Is that what you are wanting?
Well, of course not.
Please, give it some thinking. I will be leaving now.
Bye. My food is gonna be here in like 5 minutes, and when that happens, I'm gonna jump out of the chair because
No.
I'm so hungry. Shut up!
Professor?
It's very late.
Please take my apologies.
I'm going to get my food.
Time while
Watch
I
this
was
support.
training.
It's gonna be great.
There are not many chances for real fighting here.
Whatever.
My body is more weak than it was. weaker.
I gotta clear off so much space here. We
I
got
will keep
chopstick.
training now. I hope your night is good.
You should get some rest.
I need to have more training. There are things that I have not done yet. Things that have to be done. Training, studying, socializing. I will not always be having time to do those things. And speaking the language of Fodlan, I worry I will never be doing it just right.
You're doing fine.
Fodlan and Dagda are big. Brigid is a small island in the middle of them. Brigid has great beauty, but little power. We will not survive unless we get more strength. I have to have more strength than anyone. I am an ally of everyone, and I have belonging at the Officers' Academy. That is also why I try with hardness. You can always be counting on me. With you, I can try with more hardness than I could alone.
Whose birthday is it? Cyril's birthday? Guys, I want to get to the mission. I'm just gonna give him flowers. All right, here we go.
It's almost time to begin. Steel yourselves, everyone.